Show. I'm Stephen Colbert. I'll tell you, with a greeting like that, you make me want to run in 2020. I don't know what... Oh, man. My heart is thumping. I don't know if it was from running out here or standing next to Kate Beckinsale, but it is just... let's see, what's going on? Oh, there's big news today, if you guys haven't heard, from Capitol Hill. Today, Vice President-elect Mike Pence met with congressional Republicans to talk about repealing Obamacare. According to some Republican congressmen, the repeal meeting felt like a pep rally. Yeah, 2, 4, 6, 8, make the poor self-medicate. Go yourselves. Hey, guess who else is on Capitol Hill? President Obama stopped by to meet with Democrats to rally them to defend Obamacare. And here's Obama rolling with his crew, including Scarlet McRedboot, congressional cowgirl. According to sources, Obama urged Democrats not to rescue Republicans by helping them pass replacement measures. Yeah, don't help them fix Obamacare or change it or anything like that. I mean, that's right there in the Hippocratic Oath. First, do no harm. Second, hope the other doctor kills the patient. They get blamed, and in 2 years, you regain control of the hospital. Obama also suggested the Democrats start referring to the GOP's new plan as Trumpcare. Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, Trumpcare.
Wow, he switched it around.
That'll show him, because if there's one thing Donald Trump hates, it's putting his name on things. Yeah, it's gonna sting. Speaking of whom, we're a little over 2 weeks out from Trump's inauguration. Now, typically, I know, I'm excited too. Now, typically, you got a bunch of stars there at the inauguration to perform for any new president. Reagan had Sinatra, Clinton had Fleetwood Mac, George W. had Ricky Martin, Obama had Beyonce. So obviously, for Trump, anybody's going to be there, except for anybody. Because he's having a wee bit of trouble getting famous acts to perform so far. But this week, it was announced that they are proud to have the Caisson Platoon, home of the Army's oldest and most famous horse, Blackjack. Okay, old horse, that's a crowd pleaser. Kids love old horses.
This is like horses.
Exciting. Now, before you drop a bundle on StubHub to get tickets, you might want to know that in addition to being the Army's oldest and most famous horse, Blackjack has been dead for 40 years. No! No! Why do the oldest horses always die so young? And Trump's even having trouble with some of the alive acts that he's booked. Turns out the Mormon Tabernacle Choir is scheduled to perform. Big fans, one fan of the Mormon Tabernacle Choir here. Well, I've got some terrible news for my one Mormon Tabernacle choir head. Over the weekend, a choir member resigned because she didn't want to perform for Trump. That is a disaster. I mean, who wants to listen to the Mormon Tabernacle Choir with only 359 members? Obviously. Now the choir needs to fill that empty spot with a Mormon who has free time and can sing. Let's see, who could they find? Who let the dogs out? Who? All right. Trump has a job for Mitt after all. That's good to know. It's not a place in the cabinet, but it's prominent. Hey, you know who's definitely going to be at the inaugural? Bill and Hillary Clinton will attend. I think that is very nice that she's being a gracious loser, and if you count the popular vote, a gracious winner. Of course it makes... Doesn't change anything. Of course, it makes sense that Bill Clinton would be there. Former presidents traditionally attend the inauguration, and the very next day, a 200,000-woman march will take place on the Washington Mall. And there is no way Bill's gonna miss that. 200,000. I like those odds. I want them to lower me. I want them to lower me down like a pork chop in a piranha pit. Of course, one little shadow hanging over the inauguration is the whole Russia chose our president thing. Our entire intelligence community says that Russia hacked Clinton's campaign, but Trump doesn't buy it. And last night he tweeted, "The intelligence briefing on so-called Russian hacking was delayed until Friday. Perhaps more time needed to build a case. Very strange." Yes, I agree, very strange for the future commander-in-chief to use sarcastic quotations about the intelligence agencies he will soon rely on. Mr. Trump, you know you're not an outsider anymore shooting spitballs from the sidelines, right? In 2 weeks, you'll be president of the United States. You're going to have to... You're going to have to get facts from your intelligence services to keep enemies from killing us all.
Let him use you.
Still, it is suspicious that there's been this mysterious delay of the intelligence meeting. I mean, why wait till Friday? Possibly because the intelligence meeting was always scheduled for Friday. That's an interesting fact. You know where Trump could have learned that? From an intelligence meeting. Instead, Trump has decided to trust intelligence from a more reliable source, WikiLeaks founder and hobo Anderson Cooper, Julian Assange. After watching Assange on Fox News, Trump tweeted, "Julian Assange said a 14-year-old could have hacked a Podesta." And that's not easy. We know that's not easy. Most 14-year-olds surf the internet with just one hand, so they gotta... Speaking of Trump's Twitter, which we will be speaking about for years now, even though Trump has 18 million followers, he only follows 42 accounts. He doesn't even follow Barack Obama, and he's literally about to follow Barack Obama. But this weekend, Trump followed somebody new on Twitter. This is true, Emergency Kittens. A Twitter account devoted to adorable cats. The feed features cute kitty photos and memes, like this one that says, "You win at life if you cat cuddles with you." That must be strange for Trump to see. I mean, a man being grabbed by a pussy. It's so unusual. But still...
It's on sale? You all right? You okay?
But still, I think... Are you okay? You gonna be okay?
Man, you put that out there, didn't you, huh?
If you don't put it out there, they won't put it in there. But still... It's good. And it's good. Okay? Okay, we'll see. We'll see if that makes air. Don't know what CBS is gonna do. But still... I think we've got a real opportunity here. I say we need to create a Twitter account with actual emergency kittens. Adorable cats with vital information for the new president, like global warming could make ocean levels rise up to 2 feet by the end of the century. I'm feline scared. Or a nuclear-armed North Korea could be a threat to global stability. That's for real. Or the normalization of white supremacists is possibly a catastrophic rise of the Third Reich. All right? You're welcome.